cash shot really, and on his way Andrew Jones, New Zealand 8 for 2. There's Akram sliding one outside the off stump away from Jones, who tries to slash it through the offside and does nothing more than get an edge. So trying to be aggressive, but probably overly aggressive to that delivery.
Well, he's taken the opportunity to get off the mark.
Well, he's a guy who's, in the situation of this game, could well play a very important part. It's a very good ball from Wasim Akram, which causes Ken Rutherford all sorts of trouble, but which is going to bring runs to the New Zealanders. It's leg bye being signalled by Steve Dunn.
So it's all attack for Pakistan. Waka Yunus on his way. And that's a good shot, well controlled, pushed out on the onside. Long chase here for Basit Ali. And they come back for another comfortable 3. So well done, Blair Pocock. And hooking. And he's got it well, just behind square. And it races away for 4. Forwards in the air. He's gone. And again, Blair Pocock pushing forward. Wasim Akram has found the edge. And into the slips. New Zealand in further trouble. Pocock gone.
Effective bowling here from Akram, bowling a couple of short ones and then one further up, and Pocock reaching, just committing himself too early to the ball, and at the end he really didn't need to play it, but that angle of the left armour has brought the demise of Blair Pocock. So New Zealand now 31 for 3.
And so Wasim Akram has a successful over, comes to an end. He got the wicket of Blair Pocock, and really, Glenn, 31 for 3, not much of a lead in the first innings. This game is going on at hectic pace as we have another look at the dismissal.
He's just taking the hand off the bat, and we saw that the blade opened as well, and just pushing a little wide there, Pocock. I don't think at the end he really wanted to play it, but he committed himself to it, and Mushtabar, a successful catcher.
Rutherford plays a confident shot to get the session underway. Racing off towards the boundary. It's a long way out there, and the fieldsman should get to it, and the batsman will have time to come back for a 3rd run. So a good start by Ken Rutherford for the session. Oh, that's gone straight up in the air, and he's caught by Inzamam, and away goes Mark Greatbatch out without scoring. And New Zealand are 35 for 4.
What an awesome delivery this is from Wasim Akram. Very quick. And Greatbatch getting into a very awkward position here, not knowing really what to do, whether to duck it or to try and paddle it around. And all he did really was just pop it straight up in the air. Good catch there by Inzamam. And New Zealand in real trouble now, just straight up to tea at 35 for 4.
Shane Thompson waited round for the umpire to say yes, and away he went. So that's another New Zealand wicket down. It's 40 for 5.
Well, for the second time in the match, Waka has got Thompson nicking behind, well outside the off stump. Didn't need to play at it. Thompson really just waving the wand there.
Disaster for New Zealand, 40 for 5. And the lead is just 67 runs. And Chris Cairns coming out to bat now.
Here's a view of Waka, that delivery to Thompson, and well wide of off stump. Thompson only managing to tickle it away. Pretty unconvincing shot.
Oh, Rutherford goes for it behind square, and he gets it well, but not quite well enough. And it's a long chase out there to the boundary. They've run 2, and Cairns will come back for the 3rd as Mr. Hale returns the ball. Waka Yunus Yorker has dismissed Ken Rutherford.
Well, this killer delivery has sent many a batsman packing, and Ken Rutherford's got an absolute cracker here. Very, very quick Yorker. Very hard to play, Joe. Just look at the length of this delivery. He's just clamped down on it. A slight inside edge. I detect a slight inside edge has dragged it onto the off stump, so a similar dismissal as the first innings, but a far better delivery. New Zealand now 44 for 6. This is the trademark of Waka Yunus over the years, and we can just see the little inside edge, which didn't help Ken Rutherford's cause. Look at the delight there. He knows that's a crucial wicket. He knows he's starting to get back into that kind of form that he likes early in the series. Bit of a rueful look down the wicket from Ken Rutherford. And that's quick, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So Cairns opens his scoring.
Yeah.
Well played, judging the opportunity for a run there. So Cairns really is a player who, throughout his relatively short career for New Zealand, has increased in stature all the time. And the 50 for New Zealand is registered with that single. Waka Yunus is going to bowl his 9th over, 2 for 20. Cairns flicking it well, hitting it very well indeed. And that's racing across the outfield here. It's quick. And it was timed beautifully for Cairns, his first boundary. Oh, he's hit that well too. Too well for Yunus. And another chase for Salim Malik. 3 to Cairns to end the over at 61 for 6.
Drive, he's hit it reasonably well. It should run away for 4 here. So Tony Blaine underway with a boundary. There's a lot of open spaces out there with all the attacking fieldsmen. Oh, he's knocked out behind. Straightforward catch through to the keeper. Tony Blaine on his way. Rahman, the third seamer, has picked up his first wicket. So New Zealand in all sorts of problems.
This looks like a good delivery. It's angled in. It's bounced a little, just left him a fraction. It didn't have to do a lot. It only has to do half a bat to find the edge. But the bounce, I think, as much as anything, has done Tony Blaine. And so New Zealand now 67 for 7.
Here's the dismissal.
See that height? It almost got up round the splice. And once again, Dickie Bird doesn't tend to bother giving people out as long as they're prepared to go. Just pauses.
Gives them a chance.
That's right, and if the batsman looks up, hangs around, then the finger comes up.
And Simon Dole has got off the dreaded pair and hit it out through mid-wicket. There's a bit of a race on out here. But meanwhile, the batsman should come back for 3. Or 4, is it? But umpire Dickie Bird says, I want the third umpire, so he's calling for it. And
well, initially I don't think Dickie Bird was going to call for it. The Pakistanis were pretty keen on this one, and they virtually asked for it. No, he's in. And Dickie Bird, I think he was quite confident in his own mind it wasn't out.
It's a good, powerful drive, good, powerful strike by Simon Dole and away for 4.
Down the leg side. And we'll have to wait. Well, we're not going to get an opportunity to see whether... Oh, there's going to be overthrows. It's going to be 4 by the looks of things. Now let's watch the umpire to see whether it's 4 runs or is it 5. Well, he got a nick on it, so it was a drop catch. And they crossed. So is it 5? Some indecision out there. Still gets it away very fine. Could go to the fence. Yes, it will. 4 runs.
And he's made life very difficult for New Zealand. And Cairns just watching as Simon Dole down the other end is giving a great deal of pleasure to the schoolgirls coming along after school. He's gone again. It's up in the air this time. He must be gone. Anybody can catch it, and Salim Malik does. And so Dole's interesting, entertaining, enterprising, but always ambitious innings has ended. And it's 103 now for 8.
Yes, pretty good effort there by Simon Dole. So try to hit that one on the onside, just the leading edge, which ballooned the ball ballooning in the air behind the bowler, and Salim Malik rather thankful there, picking up that catch.
And 5 wickets for Wasim Akram. It's 103 for 8. Salim Malik made the catch, which he had to wait for, and he had to push everybody else out of the road, basically, because all of them could have a go at it. It went high enough for that, and eventually he gets very low, which is not good technique, but makes the catch. He'll try and hit 4s and 6s, and he's going to hit this in the air, but it's going to fall short of Mushtaq. And they're looking for a single, taking the single. De Groom wants to know whether Cairns is coming back. He's not. So one only. But he's better well, Cairns. And he's certainly got an all-out assault this time, and he's hit that one high in the air, and he's going to be caught. Mushtaq has it. And Cairns is out, so the trap was set. The trap was set well by Salim Malik. The bait taken and the catch made. Cairns' innings, it's a fine one, but it's out. He's out for 31, and another wicket for Atta Rahman.
Yes, Cairns falling in the trap. That one is a short one, and he went for the hook, couldn't stop it, and the ball ballooned in the air towards the long leg region, where Asif Mustafa took a well-judged catch to dismiss Chris Cairns. But Cairns played a very useful innings of 31.
So 1 wicket just left now for New Zealand at 110 for 9. Cairns really falling into a trap. He was heading towards the short boundary, but he hit it too high, and Asif Mustafa was sufficiently well placed to make the catch, giving Rahman his second wicket, 2 for 23 for him.
Just the field well spread, and the trap set for Chris Cairns to have a go.
Now Rahman bowls to De Groom. It's a short ball, and it just bounces in front.
Wasim Akram. And a very long spell from this man. This will be his 17th over. Left arm over the wicket. And he's edged it. And he's gone. He's walking off. Just edging it through to the keeper. And catch. New Zealand all out. Wasim Akram getting another wicket. That's 6 to him. Marathon bowling spell and a straightforward catch. And almost helping it through to the keeper, Rashid. So that will require Pakistan to bat tonight, probably for 1 or maybe 2 overs. So New Zealand, a dismal performance, all out for 110.
So there's the sorry side of the New Zealand batting lineup. All out for 110 in their second innings. Chris Cairns 31, Simon Doull of swashbuckling 29, but little resistance really in the end. And the bowling figures, well, a standout performance. Wasim Akram 6 for 43, his best ever performance in Test cricket. 1 over was bowled by the New Zealanders at Pakistan in their second innings. 3 runs resulted, no wickets were lost. 135 runs the target tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow night with highlights of the third and probably the final day. Welcome to the highlights of day 3 and what turned out to be the final day of the first test between New Zealand and Pakistan here in Auckland. Day began Pakistan 3 without loss, requiring 138 for victory. We pick up play in the first over. Chris Cairns bowling to Amir Sahal.
First ball of the morning, Chris Cairns, the bowler, to Amir Sahal. And it's a loose one to start. Big chase, and the fieldsman does a good job to keep it in the field, and the batsmen go back for the 3rd run. So 3 runs off the first ball of the morning. Said Anwar facing. A no ball, and Dickie Bird made sure that everybody knew about it. And a good drive results in 2 runs for Said Anwar. Goes for the hook, he's got it in the air and away from any fieldsman. Well, that could have gone anywhere, really. And Doull chases back. I'm not so sure he was in control of that.
It's a good, strong shot, and it's beaten Thompson. And it's not going to go all the way, I don't think. It's going to give Jones a chance to haul it in. And they complete 3.
It's anywhere, and it's going to be caught by Young. So the Groans made the breakthrough. An untidy shot from Syed Anwar, and the first wicket has fallen. Richard de Groen has success.
Well, we saw Mark Greatbatch have trouble with one from Wasim Akram, very similar to this. A little bit of extra bounce from de Groen, and that's really tucked him up, and he just doesn't know where that's gone. Brian Young does, straight down his throat. So the breakthrough has occurred. New Zealand are on the way. So is Syed Anwar for 7, Pakistan 21 for 1. Well, real effort going in here from Richard de Groen, why not? They needed the breakthrough, and that delivery really climbed. We can see to get it away from his head. That was really all he was interested in. And after that, he was hoping, but unfortunately for him, straight down the throat of Brian Young, who accepts something like his 4th catch in the match. He's really been in the action. And top delivery from Richard de Groen.
Now we've got a bowling change with Cairns coming out of the attack and Richard de Groen's Northern District's partner, Simon Daw, coming in.
Right now.
And that really was a very interesting ball, because it seems that Syed Anwar has it under control, and then he loses it at the last moment, and you can see him just looking around to see where it's gone. He's got no idea. So it certainly caught him completely by surprise. Young had the easiest catch he's made.
And he looked back down the wicket at Richard de Groen as if to say, where did you get that one from?
Oh, it's a no-ball call, but a rather ambitious shot. Now, Dickie Bird's found his voice. What a bit. Or maybe we've wound the pitch microphone up a bit.
Dickie Bird just said to Simon Daw, you're over by quite a bit there, and we'll have a look from side on.
Well, it wasn't that much.
It's enough, just enough.
He's got to have part of his foot behind the line. That was on the line, it wasn't behind it.
One. Come out. Come out.
A little psychological game going on, not only with the bluff in the middle of the pitch by the New Zealand players at the fall of that wicket, but also psychological when you look at the board and you think, we've still got over 100 to get here, and while New Zealand can keep them over 100, they're 115 at the moment, it's a little mark the Pakistanis will have to overcome. So another wicket before they get to that point.
Oh, that's close. And Asif Mustafa must be thanking his judgment there, and perhaps just a little bit of luck.
Well, this is judgment of the highest order, because this ball has seamed back and may just have clipped something almost, maybe the inside thigh.
What does Dickie Bird say? He doesn't need to say anything. Mustafa's on his way. He's out. So he's been caught and bowled. Mustafa goes, and New Zealand have their 2nd wicket.
Yes, well, he is caught and bowled. It balloons up. Let's see if it's a pad and then bat. It's bat pad or pad bat, difficult to tell, but spooned up for the easiest of caught and bowls for Dull. And Dickie Bird, as usual, gives the batsman the opportunity to walk, and he does. And so Pakistan now 25 for 2. I think it is a bat pad rather than pad bat. And look how that balloons up. Seldom do you see a ball travel like that from the pad. Plenty of carry on it. And very simple catch there for Dull. So Mustafa walks.
Nicely played by Saleh Malik. Big chase for the New Zealand fieldsman. The batsman, as the sprawling save is made by Chris Cairns, will get 3 runs. De Groen to continue. In the air, he's collected this one. That's a good shot. 4 runs.
Yeah.
Pushing nice and straight. That's a lovely shot. Big chase here for Andrew Jones. And the ball wins the race. So it's been an expensive over from New Zealand's point of view. So Hale goes again, and he's lobbed this one away, and that's 4 further runs.
It's well played again. Lovely timing. That'll go all the way to the fence.
It's Mr. Hale. And that's a huge shot from Sir Hale. He just thumped the ball behind point. A wide, short ball, and take that. Well, it's a big shot. He's hit it really firmly. And Rutherford makes a magnificent stop.
And Shane Curtis. Brian Young swallows another one, and away goes Salim Malik. So there's still hope in this game for New Zealand yet.
Yes, that was a good delivery, just leaving the batsman, and Salim Malik not being able to get right behind that delivery, edges it, in fact guides it into the hand of Brian Young at second slip, who has so far not missed a catch in this game. Looks a very good slip fielder, so out goes disappointed Salim Malik, the Pakistan captain, having made only 11, 56 for 3 Pakistan, and there must be some kind of panic in the dressing room. There's a dismissal of Salim Malik, guiding the ball into the second slip to Brian Young. A comfortable catch just high. Delighted, of course, Brian Young and the New Zealanders.
Certainly one positive aspect to come out of this match has been the slip catching of Brian Young. It's been outstanding. Just away from Ken Rutherford in the gully. De Grue and the fieldsman down at third man, and 2 further runs for Basit Ali. Swinging away Sahel, and he's found the gap between the 2 players down on the leg side, and it's over the top for 6. So De Grue dropping short, and Amir Sahel smacks it over the fence.
Yes, once again Groen wavering in length, bowling outside the leg stump, and Sahel right behind that delivery, lifting delivery, and hooks it to perfect timing between the square leg and the long leg boundary.
Turning very fine, Sahel going quickly too, looking for a second, but no chance. Michael Owens way down on the deep. Amir Sahel played in the test match against New Zealand at Hamilton last season and got a pair. Well, there's Brian Young, 5 catches, which is a new New Zealand record for a fieldsman other than a wicketkeeper. 16 previous New Zealand players had taken 4 in a match, so a new mark for Brian Young. Nicely cut away down to Owens again. Dool heading up to bowl his 9th over. It's been largely De Grue and Dool this morning. Easy single.
Yes, Ken Rutherford has done well to keep the pressure on, and 2 bowlers, Groen and Simon Doyle, bowled absolutely splendidly.
Another single here. Dool is bowling to a very strong offside field. Just straying onto the leg stump there. But Sahel's playing a great hand for Pakistan, 45 not out. And that's a high score in the context of this game.
Yes, indeed, and he was due for runs for a long, long time, and he has been failing and rather inconsistent after making that double century at Old Trafford. And a lot is expected of him, and here he's playing well, he's playing sensibly.
Another single for Basit Ali. A groan there from Dool. He realised again he'd straight down the leg side. Eased away down to third man. quite a safe stroke. Down to Andrew Jones in that position. And the singles coming along at a nice rate for Pakistan here. They've picked up 4 of them in the over so far. New Zealand just stay in it with another wicket, 73 for 4.
Just jubilation there for the New Zealanders. Very clever.
I think Basit Ali looked to work this a little onside. We should give credit to the bowler too, perhaps not bowling it as quickly. It just spoons it up there. Simon Dool, a tall man, taking it above his head very comfortably.
That's a good shot. He's hit that 2-off for Jones.
Well, Sohail doesn't seem to be affected at all by this situation. And he's just got his 50 from 81 balls.
Wogan, you can see, has peppered the ball all around the ground. One lovely straight drive. 6 behind square, just over here now. And he's a left-hander, of course, so these are shots to square leg, one behind point. And this lovely straight drive down here. Through mid-wicket this time, and Pocock will get it. So just the 1 run for him, and the scoreboard at the ground has said that that's his 50, and he's acknowledging it now. But we believe he's 51, and we'll stay with that.
Yes, it appears that De Gruyne is prepared to dig it in short, just down the line of his leg stump, or just outside, because they've stationed a fieldsman back at square leg in case he hits it in the air, but he controlled that shot quite comfortably. Blair Pocock has been stationed out there.
First ball, an appeal for Abu Dhabi, not out, says Steve Dunn. So New Zealand searching for another wicket before lunch, and if they were to take another wicket, that's 5 in the session, and that would give them some hope to enjoy over lunch.
The appeal here is for pad first. I think went onto the bat after that, but it got him, hit him outside the line of off stump anyway.
Down the leg side, a thought of 2. Amar Sohail seeing that Thompson has quite a long chase, and 2 runs can be easily completed. Pakistan need to get to 138. They need 58 further runs. New Zealand need those 6 wickets in their hands. That was one that was less successful than some of the others, but he really has hit the ball well. This time, not quite there.
Yes, he just throws the bat at it. Any width, and Sohail backs himself to take toll of it. On this occasion, just going harmlessly by. And the field has just remained virtually the same throughout, with 2 slips and a gully, and third man fine leg. So Rutherford continuing throughout the morning with, if you like, a bob each way.
Well, he's gone again through mid-wicket that time. He controlled it well, kept the ball on the ground, and just a single for him, so he really has given a great deal of pleasure to the Pakistan supporters. So Cairns back into the attack, and a bit of untidy stuff from De Gruyne. The single was always there, and it was retrieved, and no further penalty for Cairns and his full toss to start a new spell. Well, Winterman played a nasty shot there. It was almost like a tennis field, and taking a chance of a run out, and it's missed.
Well, that was a dreadful throw from De Gruyne. And chaos out there with the running. Inzamam plays a strange shot from wide of off stump. Much slower ball. And look how he tried to work it onside. Decided he wanted to run. The non-striker, Sohail, quite rightly goes back because the ball was coming straight back towards him. And that wild throw.
people in the corporate boxes enjoying the cricket here as Somerville continues, and Sahel goes for a big one again. The field is pretty strong on the offside, and eventually Andrew Jones decides that it might be his, and it tips it into Pocock.
Short and wide, Sahel has shown that he's keen to play that shot, and played it with reasonable control. Quite close into him, got steep, but always appeared to be in control of the shot.
And Cairns is driven by Inzamam. Brilliant fielding from Chris Cairns, because he hit that with real power.
Inzamam, powerful player. Likes to work it onside though. Just this one once again, well outside off stump, closing the face on it. So quite attacking. A slip, a man in front on the offside and one in front on the onside as well.
Well, you wouldn't think it was the last over before lunch, because Sahal's just gone for it. No respect for the bowler, no looking at him, just hitting him for 4. So 50 runs needed, and Thompson with some thinking to do. Now, it certainly appeared from the reaction of the New Zealanders and the sound that we heard that there was an edge there, and Tony Blaine's face tells the story. And is more orthodox against the last ball of the over. So a fascinating morning has seen Pakistan take their total to 88 for 4.
First ball after lunch then, it's going to be De Gruen bowling to Inzamam. So far, Inzamam has been kept scoreless for 22 minutes, but he certainly looked to have the right technique in the first innings, stayed there and really tried to graft it out. He's got his first runs here, nicely pushed down on the onside, and Andrew Jones chasing back, but Inzamam is underway with a couple. Gets a single as he whips it away down to Dool. At fine leg, so that's 3 off the over so far.
Pakistani batsmen to come are actually in the nets. There's a few of them in there, so it actually indicates really that they're putting a bit maybe required this afternoon. So obviously there's a bit of pressure in the camp there in the Pakistanis, just doing a little bit more to try and get themselves in tune.
I noticed also, Jeff, that Shane Thompson and Tony Blaine were out on the number 2 ground as well in the nets. So De Gruen completes the first over since lunch, and Pakistan are 91 for 4. Good looking drive, he's got it through, that'll go to the fence. Once it got past to Michael Owens, it was all over, and that's 4 for Inzamam. Oh, that's a nice shot by Sahel, that's a great shot in fact. Short and wide from De Gruen. And there was a player down there, but it fairly fizzed to the fence. He's got as a no, put down. Mark Greatbatch, the sole slip, couldn't hold it, and Sahel survives.
Well, well, well. Just when Pakistan taking control of this match in a way, and another chance. Mark Greatbatch normally has got pretty good hands in that position. Flew pretty quickly to his left, but he got 2 hands, and I suppose you've got to say that one should have been taken.
Well run. Rutherford has a shot. Vicky Bird says no, doesn't bother with the third umpire. Inzamam well home. Should go all the way. That's well struck again by Sahel, and another boundary for him. Goes back and away it goes again. 4 more. New Zealand fieldsmen diving in all directions, but it's another boundary for Amar Sahel.
Well,
That's beautifully played. Straight down the offside. Jones has a big chase. It'll be touch and go. The ball edging its way to the line, and that's 4 more for Amos Sahale.
It's in the air, might be called. It is. Is it Young again? I think it might be. Shane Thompson certainly delighted. And Brian Young has the ball in his pocket again. He can't believe it.
Well, I'm not sure whether this is brilliant or a fluke, because he's not in there for one off the full face of the bat at all. He's there for the pad bat that balloons up, and he takes this one off the full face. Look at Sahale driving, and that's self-defense. That's gone straight into almost his midriff. He winced with it as though he was being hit, and it was almost like self-protection, and I really think that he just happened to find the ball in his hands. So 119 now, Pakistan for 5.
Latif is the new batsman. And he's coming up because Amos Sahale hit Shane Thompson. This is his second over, but he hit it pretty firmly, and Brian Young went straight in there. So did the ball. He's got it in his hand. Remarkable.
Yes, you see, what normally happens with that position is the batsman plays forward and takes the inside of the pad onto the face of the bat, and can go reasonably quickly, or it can just pop up. But that's what the field is there for, not one off the full face of the bat.
Attacking fielders there now with a short leg and a short extra cover. Young there. So I suppose Thompson tonight could say he's got the mockers on Amos Sahale, because he had him dropped in his first over and caught in his second over.
And there's 2 slips and 2 gullies in now. Extra catcher in.
And Rashid off the mark, just pushing the ball through to extra cover. It was pushed for very good timing, and it's a very well hit ball, which brings in 3 runs. 123 for 5, 15 further runs needed. And Inzamam just clubbing it with the bottom hand, turning the blade, as he's been wont to do during the game, isn't he, Glenn? He seems to be wanting to hit the ball on the onside almost unreasonably.
Yes, he does, unless it's quite wide of the off stump, and then he's prepared to whack it through the covers. He prefers to bring some bottom hand in and punch it down the field. And let's see, 3.25 runs per over, so it's still quite brisk scoring here in this final innings.
Inzamam looking for another run. 1-2-3 for 5 becomes 1-2-4 for 5. Inzamam another couple. And 26, so a further 12 runs needed, and we're not even halfway through the game. And Inzamam decides to go for the ball on length. He hit it because it was short, and he's hit it for 4. One further run, which might become 2 for Rashid Latif. So just 5 runs needed now, and the individuals who can go away from here with their heads held high for New Zealand.
Well, I suppose Dool was a marginal selection, and we've already talked about him coming through strongly. De Gruen, who might have been put in the same category, has shown that he's got good control of line and length.
And he's turned that down for another couple, Rashid Latif. So that takes the score to 135, 3 runs needed. That's a big hit, and that's going to end the game. Rashid Latif has hit Thompson for 6 runs. And so Pakistan have won the test match, the first test in this Bank of New Zealand series against New Zealand. They have won by 5 wickets. They've done it just on the halfway stage of the scheduled time in the match. And Rashid Latif, the Pakistan wicketkeeper, has brought the victory for Pakistan, which in the end is 5-wicket victory for Pakistan in the first test match of a 3-test match series.
So a few nervous moments there for Pakistan, but achieving victory in the end by 5 wickets to go, 1-0 up in the series. Wasim Akram with his superb bowling effort.